Hello, Internet. Welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Yeah, we had to do a last-minute cancel last week because some real-world things came up. But I'm back here with Wilson. He's at the controls again.
We got an achievement.
Yeah, we quit the game and then came back.
It's literally welcome back. So, yeah.
Welcome
There's
back,
that.
welcome back. Welcome. I can't remember the words of the song, but that's probably better because copyright issues.
Yeah.
There was a show back in the 70s called Welcome Back, Kotter, and the theme song was a lot of Welcome Back.
Mm-hmm.
It was a funny show. You should watch it.
Yep. You should probably stop singing because YouTube's kind of a dick right now. Resume?
So, last episode, we died a lot.
That was on purpose. I was trying to piss off the narrator and do exactly what he didn't want me to do.
And he killed us every single time.
Yes. So now we're going to try and maybe do what he wants us
But
to
we
do.
also got a phone call from our wife, who wants...
a bunch of groceries.
flour, eggs, a thing of sugar, spaghetti, and something else. We should have written that down.
Probably should have.
Like, we gotta go left, because if we go right, we die. I think the door closed behind us.
No! Let me out!
Yeah, we gotta go forward. It's just like the demo. We gotta go forward. Can we go in that room?
Sounds locked.
It's a nice room. It's got a painting and everything.
Mm-hmm. Plant. Nice filing. Leftover boxes, a little painting.
I hate it when the filing cabinets are slightly open. It's like, I mean,
Just to
you
make
can
it
close it all the
imply-
way.
This to imply that someone's working there, though.
But if you're working, you would still close it all the way, unless you have it open to get something out of it. But you only have it open to get
We
something
see
out of
this
it.
leaf painting a lot.
Yeah, it must be significant. Or they only had so much image data budget, so they could only have so many image files. It's 11:30. AM or PM?
Well, this is an office hellscape, so maybe night.
Also, what is to the left? I mean, is that a window to the outside, or is that one of those X-ray looking at thingies that they have in doctors' offices? You know what I'm talking about, the X-ray looking
Yet
at.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh yeah, we did this.
Yeah, we did this. Because I remember reading off all the stuff. Has anything changed?
Let's see, mergers, weekly reviews.
Panic meeting, inspection, 41424344. I don't think anything changed.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much all the same.
Okay.
Again, the filing cabinets, close them! I mean, come on, people. That's how dust gets on the inside. I say that, and I look over at my dresser drawer, and the top one is slightly open.
From where you were just inside of it.
Wait, is that different?
Nope, same thing.
Something was... The stop. That was different, I think.
No.
Okay, return boss appreciation list. Solving interpersonal conflict. Okay. Then again, it's been 2 weeks, so yeah, this looks familiar. A boat.
What do you dream for the
Pollution
future?
is a dream for the future.
Comatose.
Tips
Just for not getting fired. Don't get fired.
Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition.
And talk less.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything.
Well, absolutely,
this is
yes.
why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
Everyone is unique, you most of all. Yet they look exactly the same.
Yep. I could have sworn I saw a slide that was different. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. That's the one that I saw.
Yep.
Okay, so we got for a circle. Wow. Do we want to try the broom closet again?
No.
But I mean, you can check to see if it's open.
Yes. Yes.
Does it look emptier than usual? Or last time?
No. Same stuff.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, we know down leads to death. I mean, is that the outside? Is that what the outside looks like? Is it just like one endless white void? Are we in the astral plane in the control universe? Are we going to go meet the board in Upside Down Pyramid? I'm making references!
We're in uncharted territory.
Ooh, the Red Room.
Door did not close behind us. Interesting. Oh yeah, this is like from the beginning, isn't it?
No, this is different. I kind of like this room. There's kind of a red and black kind of feel to it.
Glazed terracotta and dark oak planks. Receptionist, non-existent. Nice.
Yeah, apparently she got raptured too. Or he, let's not be sexist.
Or it could be a he that identifies as a she, or vice versa. In this day and age, we don't know anymore. Everything is locked. Everything is on rails. Can't touch anything. Oversaturation of the outside light.
Because we're in the astral plane. Ooh, a library!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Unless a disembodied voice told it to us. But is there anything else we can mess with? Because I feel like the pin is...
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted.
2845.
Like I was saying, I'm pretty sure the pin pushes us forward. So is there anything else we can do? You know, as a side quest? Like, can we drink the booze? Which is probably blood. What does that say?
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Have you never heard of a side quest, Mr. Narrator?
Chianti.
Chianti. It's Italian. The CH is pronounced as a K.
I didn't know it was Italian. The narrator didn't tell me it was Italian.
This room has completely different textures from all the other rooms.
I like the realistic copy shot in paintings here, but
I like
everything else is
that this globe here is a lot more high poly than that globe there.
Yep.
But oh yeah, different paintings.
So many different paintings.
This is apparently where the image data budget went.
Yep, we used all of the pictures over here.
Oh, was that a security camera in the corner? It is. So where are we supposed to go?
Through the door that he opened for us.
Which one is that?
No idea.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Interesting.
Huh.
You want to go play with the keypad?
Sure.
Just see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright.
Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination.
Well, it's a 4-digit
If he
code
knew
with
that
only
the
10
combo was
possibilities
2, 8,
for
4, 5, it would be
for each
another
digit, so
story
that's
entirely. But no,
basically
no,
10 to the
this
4th,
is what he was going to do instead.
or 10,000 possibility. Wait, 10 to the 4th. Yeah, 10,000 possibilities. Although if you just do it randomly, you're never going to get it because you're going to forget which ones you did before.
I'm just toying with them a little bit. What was the code supposed to put in?
Well, he already opened the door, so it doesn't
I
matter.
know, I want to put it in anyway.
I can't remember.
2, 4, something. Oh well.
I mean, the door's already open.
Might as well.
He's pushing us forward.
Yes.
And now I'm definitely getting some control vibes.
This is like when we went back in Portal 2. Everything was like unfinished and falling apart.
Although, admittedly, Control would have, better texturing, better atmospheric lighting. I mean, the atmospheric lighting in that game was just absolutely beautiful.
Is this like a generator to power that random light?
Looks like it. And maybe that light bulb. The fan. It is so dark. Maybe we go toward the red.
Okay, wants us to go in the creepy elevator.
You know what they say, red is dead. Oh, it's not red anymore, yay. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yep, some serious Control vibes now. Also, some Nostromo vibes. That's the ship in the Alien movies. Well, okay, the first one specifically.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
If light is on, call extension 914 immediately.
Light is on.
I don't think we have a phone, though.
I like how they got little spray painted arrows to tell us where to go. Mind control facility. Okay. Escape. Should we?
I feel like the narrator wants us to go that way. So let's go the other way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Or...
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I mean, pretty much everybody does that on a daily basis, anyway.
Shall we?
Sure, why not? I mean, it's just a hole with a red light in it. I mean, sure, red is dead, but,
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned.
who
and
would
willingly
have this
accepted
kind of
his
thing
final
under an
day
office
to live
building?
brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
What?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as
What?
Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
What?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Or we just drop down? What? Ooh, boxes!
All right, we have the inability to jump. What?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Where is this?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, this is a metaphor for video games and life in general. What's the Monty Hall problem thingy? We gotta push the buttons. Interesting. Oh, the credits.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley character's skin, Taggart Dean Darko.
Kevin Brighting as the narrator.
He's doing a very good job. Made using Source by Valve. They're the makers of Steam. We're playing on Steam.
It's all full
Oh, hey,
circle.
Kevin MacLeod. He also does the music for Kerbal Space Program. Yep, those are the models. Okay, that one is just way too open. There's not even anything in it.
Look at the top one. Just slightly open, partially open, halfway open, like a third of the way open, almost fully open, and then the one on top of it is just partially opened.
It's just total chaos. Oh, hey, the paintings. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors at a good time. Oh yeah, we ran that path many times. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development through the core layout. Oh, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration.
Yep, looks fairly normal. Oh, there's another one over here.
The two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. That's a pencil sharpener. People used those back when they used pencils. Boss's office. Well, we could have gotten one that's all concrete.
Office clock. What's over here?
Are you sure? The Office. That's a TV show that I never watched. And what is that?
The maintenance room.
Did we see that?
An early version of the maintenance room.
I don't think we saw that. The point of the Stanley Parable High Def Remix is to lose. The point of the Stanley Parable HD Remix is to win. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image. Was that clock there before? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? I can't read the
More
words on
endings, fewer endings, more narrations, fewer narrations, more Stanley, less Stanley, larger. Can't see the images because of all this text. If someone could just get rid of the text, maybe then I would see what the game is about. Words. That's another language.
Escribiendo al azar en traductor Google. No es una... I can't make out that word. It's Spanish.
Okay.
Oh, wait, there's... Well, Warzone, what? There's a Warzone in this game?
Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Ooh, Tron. And overexposed outside. Trying to jump out the window? I mean, you already jumped down a murder hole.
We've done so much stupid stuff. What are you talking about?
Narrator emails. After the second trailer, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Oh, that is so overexposed. I can't read a single word. Will the Stanley Parable
have infinite quest? How many endings? If the Stanley Parable is really so, how do you stay in shape? I want to tell you, I like the Stanley Parable as much as I like seeing a enormously small badger in swim trunks. Something.
Oh, this is spam. Just delete it.
This is spam, yeah. Nigerian prince wants to send you money. How's the game going? Hope it's as good or better than the first one.
There was a first one? Is he referring to the demo? I cannot.
How do
read
you
the
make
font.
JRPG? How do you make the worst game ever?
Congratulations, be the first to apply for your claim and it's more spam.
What
do the
light in the
lights
control
in the control
room?
room
I really
do?
want to know.
I am Anthony.
Elias, business broker, partner with me in very rewarding business. Will the game feature
Capybaras?
where the
Well, now I gotta know. How do you...
how do you
type?
type with boxing gloves on?
What? That's a random question.
Could you tell me what is the significance of the number 111280? We're back full circle with the Nigerian prince thing.
Okay.
Okay. That wasted like 3 minutes of everybody's life. I know you can't get them back.
Time is non-refundable.
The lounge. Where we spent many of our days.
Okay, the lounge we spent time in was blue. Cargo lift. Oh, we jumped off that. Is that a clock?
That's the cargo lift. Ah, that's the clicking, the apartment timer. Previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone will lead to a different ending.
So many endings. Meeting
the meeting
room.
room. Oh, look.
Hey, we did these.
First choice, obey staircase. Disobey lounge maintenance.
See, the other entrance would be hidden depending on how you entered. See, to confusion ending, to confusion ending.
Oh, I see. Option 1 is 1 doorway to maintenance and lounge. This is 2 doorways to the maintenance. And then this is 1 doorway to maintenance and the lounge, and the original back on track option. Ten confusion.
Okay, I think that's the one where we wound up in the apartment with the fake wife, and we were trapped.
Uh-huh. Number 4 is a vent. What about this?
Well, we didn't enter through a vent, so I don't think they went with that.
I never saw a vent either. But now we know it exists. It's in the lounge somewhere.
Well, it existed during the development stage. They could have removed it after the fact.
Maintenance layout. The flow of hallways following the first 2 doors was important to get right. Since players will play them so many times, we discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simple version that won out. Interesting, interesting.
So no vent. The game is now paused.
For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few people realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Makes sense.
Zending model. What? Zending. What is Zending?
The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of the ending, and we thought it was complete but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch.
Translation, no spoilers.
Just some random room with the 2 panels in it. Yep.
Switches! Switches!
Ah, the Zending levers. These levers were originally part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color lever they had pulled.
Oh, no, you have to get to the Zending for that to actually work. Ooh, what? Let's play a peekaboo.
Countdown desk. One of the desks from an earlier version of the countdown ending. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the 2 endings together instead.
So they're saying that players don't know the difference between up and down.
An early version of the countdown room.
Say what?
Oh, look at these 2. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
Is she talking about us?
How they both wish to be free.
Oh, we could just turn it off.
Do we flip the switch or do we go back?
I kind of want to know what happens when you just flip the switch.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Especially the lights are off.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now.
But. Now we gotta go through all that again.
No achievement, no nothing? Load game from last save? No? Alright. Thought my autosave or something. Begin the game?
That'll start us over.
All over? Okay. So.
You gotta double click.
Alright.
Okay, we gotta go through it all again.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
Did
His
he say
attention
that
was caught
before?
by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 28. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yay! We did a thing! Yeah, you went this way before. It's very dark.
I know, but maybe there was something different.
Nope, darkness.
Because he did talk about tearing things apart and everything, and he was like, just stood there, da 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 da. Yeah.
So, again...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Again, why would anybody have a human being crusher under an office building?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Now we gotta go through the whole museum again. I really feel like that fall would kill him.
Yeah, it's quite a
As the
fall.
machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it
I mean, who
reflected that
puts
there
this
would
under
be
an
no
office?
consequence whatsoever.
Why would you have
Stanley
this?
can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
That's different.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Why would you have this under your office?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay, that's the same.
So obviously this is the lair of a supervillain. Possibly the Monarch. This is very
And yet it would be
monarchy.
just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, it went up here. Let's go down here. This room.
Did we ever look at this room?
No, I don't think we did.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah. But I don't think we went up the stairs. This is a neat building. I'd like to live here.
An early version of the underground portion of the game.
Whispers.
Throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing. Stanley pushed the big red button. Stanley pushed the orange lever.
Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the game, the final game.
Then he pushed the grate. Now then, this elevator for sure would get him right back on track to where he was.
Again, I would like to live here. This place is nice. Is it odd that I would like to live in a museum?
Freedom ending. This is the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Interesting.
And we're back here.
Okay. Ah, exit. I didn't see that last time.
Game design mockup. This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from this mockup is still in the game. Is that a washing machine?
Kind of looks like it.
Yeah, we were down there. This is different. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. He has two computers now. Fancy. They took a computer away.
Okay.
I guess we exit again? It's the other way.
I fear they'd all loop around.
I mean, they do, eventually.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see?
No.
Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Okay, we did. I think we did. Are we dead? Hello, game. Hello, game. Hello, game. Well, we broke the game.
Nothing.
Escape? See, we can't load. And resume the game just goes back to here. I think this is the museum was referring to something like this, where you have to begin the game again.
Mm-hmm.
But they thought that was too complicated for the average gamer, so they removed it. Yeah, and apparently they didn't remove it. Yeah, resume goes back to here.
Nothing. Nothing. No looky look. Nope. Begin the game again.
Okay, here we go again.
Well, this is from the very beginning. I need to put to menu. Load the last game.
I don't know if it's that different.
Do what he wants me to do now.
But again, I don't know if it's that different.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I mean, who has a
The
man
moment he
crusher?
entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed
That's
by fear
different.
for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Stanley simply began entering random code, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley
Okay,
happened
wait,
to
wait,
input
wait,
the
wait.
correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Turn around and look at the desk. I'm just trying to picture the monarch. No, don't actually look at the desk. You like frame it in the shot. I'm just trying to picture the monarch sitting or standing behind the desk, and it fits.
Would you like a screenshot? So you can
Well, I mean, we're
Photoshop them
recording,
in
so I
later?
can. We're recording, so I can do that later.
Okay.
I mean, I think this is definitely a supervillain lair.
I mean, did you see the way that went down? Bookshelf, secret passage behind it, walls open up.
Well, I mean, he has a man crusher under the building.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's not forget the manipulation room.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
And the door closes. So is this what happens to a supervillain lair when the supervillain is taken out by a superhero and then gets imprisoned?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Sure, why not?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Supervillain lair.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh, wait, go back up. Fired. Oh, is that the one who was,
Yeah, 601 or something. Because that's where it ends.
Oh, I was reading that one.
Oh, 104, 601. Yeah, they're talking about firing a couple of people. I guess they did.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
I don't know. I mean, there's
Had he
Google,
truly
there's
spent
Facebook,
his entire life utterly blind to the
news
world?
media. Every politician ever.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How? I mean, it's already offline. We don't need to offline it more.
I was gonna turn it on. Oh, I'm guessing this way.
Possibly.
Was
What's
it
up
there?
there?
Up there.
5.
Isn't that the button we just kept pushing over and over and over?
No, it was 8.
Oh, it was 8? Okay.
Oh, we gotta look out for an 8 button. Is that 8 up there? It's 3. Four. I'm getting some what was the number of that door that we had the simple quest for last episode? I guess 1.
3 something.
It's 2.
It's 1. That's 2. It's 5. Those are offline. Mind control idle awaits input.
When we go through there, that door's gonna shut on us. There's gotta be more buttons. What's through the door?
I'm gonna push them. 1, 2. Where's button number 3?
That way. You're looking at it. On the other side of the stairs. No, 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 turn around. Turn around. That way.
This one.
Right.
3. 4
4 is
was
up there.
Up there. And then we're gonna push 5. Maybe there's some kind of secret sequence button pushing. I don't know. I never went back here.
Nope.
Nope. Same stuff. Offline, offline, offline. Everybody's offline.
Oh, that did nothing. Mind controls idle, awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Or we could turn it on.
Shall we?
Sure, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We start over?
You want to save the game before we do this?
I mean, we know the way back. It's not that far.
Yeah, but it could flip us over and everything.
I mean, you can save it if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Turning it on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Well, it is a really good game.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have
Ooh, is that a
nearly the
challenge?
power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine.
We need to go back to the other room.
You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything,
door!
anything, something here will save me.
What door?
Why would you
Get the
say
other
that,
room.
Stanley?
Oh, I tried
This
that already.
video game can be beaten.
No, the
Problem
other door.
solved? Do you have any idea what
What
your
other door?
purpose
The
in
one on the
this
right.
place is?
You walked by it like 50 times.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of
I
the
can't
joke.
read that.
And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Something happened.
Yeah, time ran out. That's what happened.
But the end is never the end.
There's got to be a way to beat that sequence.
Good thing I saved.
There's no load. Now there's a load. Double click.
Shall we try that again?
Sure.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself.
Okay,
Is that what
so
you
there's got to
wanted?
be a hint.
Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For
Wait a minute,
example,
push a button.
And I believe you'll find this pertinent.
Okay, that did nothing.
Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency
that did nothing.
detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2
Okay, look at the red
minutes.
panel.
Ah, now this is making
the red
things a
panel.
little more fun,
Go-
isn't it, Stanley? It's
What
your
panel?
time to
The
shine.
one behind- beside the numbers.
You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is
Okay,
much
so nothing.
better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little
Although
time
there's
left
4
to enjoy.
numbers and only
Mere
no, there's 5
moments
numbers but
until
only
the
4
bomb
slots.
goes off.
Oh,
What
it's
precious
open now.
moments each one of them is. More time
It's a red
to
herring.
talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Wait a minute. Can you
What's
push
that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course,
quickly
that
try
was
the 4
merely
button.
in this instance of the story.
The 4 button.
Sometimes when I tell it,
4
I simply
button.
let you
The
sit
4
there
button.
in your office forever.
The
pushing
one marked
buttons
4.
endlessly and then dying
Where was that at?
alone.
Up the stairs.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside.
That's
Or I
different.
let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not?
Failsafe.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any
Wait,
idea
there-
what your purpose
what do they
in this
say?
place is?
2 and 2.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
I don't think it's that
But
simple.
here's a spoiler for you. 10, 100, 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you're only still playing just you and me in the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley, this is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. And Stanley died.
Oh, big red button! Big red button! Big red button! Big red button!
But I'm going. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big
Yeah, that didn't
boom
do it.
and nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
So much going on in there.
Yeah, and so many of it is a bunch of red herrings. Like the door.
Mm-hmm. I think it's all a series of red herrings.
I don't know, the gamer in me says that there's like some way to solve it.
You have to replay it over and over and over so you get just the right amount of everything, because he did talk longer and say more crap as I was running around and doing more intelligent button mashing, I guess is the way to say that. Alright, now what?
Well, I guess we go do what he says again.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Yeah, it's 427. Yeah, this is the right office.
Yeah, everything's here. Something new, maybe? Nope.
It's been so long since we've been here, I do not remember. Yeah, it's all the same. Yeah, same painting.
Mm-hmm.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, you want to go this way again?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
The
first,
vent, remember?
just to admire it.
I don't
Or
think the vent's there.
might be a vent.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
See, the vent doesn't take us to the whatever that other place is.
Oh, I know.
Yes, it's that door.
Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Nope,
Really
the
worth it.
vent was coded out. I don't see it on the wall or the ceiling anywhere.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall. But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Okay, that's back on track right there.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Or we could go down the elevator.
Uh-huh. This is different.
Now, do we find another man crusher?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Did he say right?
Left.
No, did he say right? Okay, I guess it said left. Fragile. Did that say experiment?
No.
Oh, shipment. I was close.
Experiment 6259.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh, he's just trolling us now.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Are you going to run us over? Oh, okay, I guess not. That car battery is just draining. Wait a minute. What? What?
Yeah.
Go look through the fence. Okay, so there is a garage door there, but what? What? Why is this designed this way? This is the stupidest way to design a garage.
I can come through here, drop off more boxes, go out that door.
But, I mean, you have to thread the needle going back.
There's like garage door thing right here. This wall that I got stuck on.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like...
This is like some Stanley Kubrick geometry.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was trying to think of. Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
And then he kills us.
How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
What?
Oh, okay.
Alright, guess we do what he says this time, huh?
Yep.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Again, these windows, either it's like super bright outside, or we're floating in a super bright... Wait, what?
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or...
We didn't touch anything.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then, it's an adventure. Come, Stanley, let's find the story.
Well, we can't go that way.
There's so many new options. I don't know what to do.
Well, the rightest path is the rightest path. That's my motto.
So you want to go here?
Sure.
Or do you want to go here?
The
They look
rightest
like they
path.
loop around.
The rightest path. This is all one path, apparently.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, the rightest path.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise
It's
you
not the rightest
there
path.
definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, come on. We were exploring.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
He's trolling us.
Was that always there?
Yeah, that's always been there. You want to lick it?
Not particularly. Did we miss anything?
Aha!
Wait,
I
what?
knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Oh, we got some layers of fear going on here now.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yep, layers of fear. Ew.
What?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
He's messing with
You
us.
know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
No.
You win!
Oh. Yay!
Congratulations! I know
We
you've
won!
done a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about
No,
this
we
at
won.
all.
We won.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that
Yeah,
win.
yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Some
Sure, a
people
lot of
win
work.
fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
No, we died a lot.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to
Oh,
restart.
no. Really? Is it
All
this
right,
simple?
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Well, wait, it wants us to go that way? Well, no wonder we kept getting lost.
This is different.
Why do we have offices inside, like concrete bunker hallways?
See? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
I'm waiting for it to do, like, some sort of weird three-dimensional
Sword.
spiral.
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of
What's down the hall?
moving forward, Are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa.
Sure.
Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
That'll be copyright free. It's very loud. Well, it's doing weird stuff.
It is on the wall now.
And it's on the wall again. It's, say what? Somebody had a fun time.
Okay.
That whiteboard says it all. Question mark. That's almost a three-dimensional spiral. Oh, 6. We're getting down to the single digits. Okay, back to big numbers.
What just happened?
Weird stuff.
OB4.
We're in the basement. Uh-oh, Red is dead. Monthly ledgers. Consolidation reports. Annual reviews. Imbalances. Financial records. Departmental accounts. Personnel files. Budget analyses. This music is very loud. Employee 432 peer reviews. More peer reviews. More financial records.
Just the sheer insanity of this line.
Wait, it goes in two different directions? Wait, what? Did we get teleported?
Yes. It goes around and back.
Wait, whoa, wait, what? Okay, wait, do me a favor. Wait, stop, go back up. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, wait, so... At one point when we're looking down a hallway, okay, follow the line and look. Okay, no, that's not it.
That's the door we came out of.
I swear there was a point where we were like looking down a hallway, but we stepped to the left and there's no hallway. This music is so distracting.
Cut the music.
Thank
Go
you.
back and look at that fern.
Ooh, that's a nice fern.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Okay.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
It's a fern. There was once a movie called Fern Gully.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I saw any ferns in it, though.
Or any gullies for that matter.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore.
Hey, there we are, right there, 427.
Restart.
Ah.
This is certainly entertaining.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry I cannot read your name, but, hello, from Russia. Say hello, please. Yellow Stripe, how are you going to walk on the walls and ceilings? I want you to say hello to the con man. Say, please, Privet. Privet? I said Privet.
Privet? Private? I don't know. This Russian maybe wants to be like comrade, spy, private.
Yeah, sorry, we were really distracted by very, very loud music there.
I was following a line. He was distracted by really loud music.
I don't get it.
Neither do we. This is a very strange game.
The game of following the line, apparently.
You would have to watch the first episode.
Yeah, this is weirder than the first one. I'm using an interpreter.
Ah.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
So go for the yellow strip. Well, Mr. Narrator doesn't want us to right now.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
This hallway makes no sense. More Stanley Kubrick geometry.
No, not you again. Stanley, I'd
Wait,
also
where's
like
it
to
go?
veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Well, I mean, it's kind of everywhere. We kind of have to acknowledge it. And now it goes up in the ceiling. It's in the air vents. That's a reference to a movie. I'm gonna go to bed. Bye.
Ah,
Night, night.
choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go...
What if we
there
walk in the
must
other
be a
direction?
reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Well, the rightest path is the rightest
If the
path.
answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Exactly.
Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
The confusion ending.
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Yeah.
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree?
The story of
Not
waiting.
quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Come on, game. I was listening to that.
Okay.
Well, there's no line.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Does this game ever end, I wonder?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, wait. This is the.
Yet there was not a
that?
single
Okay.
person here either.
That's the same.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered. Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation, until at last he discovered a keypad behind the boss's desk. But alas, no code. For this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, so do we blow up the facility this time, or do what the narrator wants?
Do what the narrator wants this time. We did the confusing ending, so there's that. Also, we're running out of time.
We got like 15 minutes. More even.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true
Hey,
nature
there we are,
revealed.
427.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I like the little alien sound that they had going on in the background.
Mm-hmm.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life
again,
blind
Google,
to the world?
Facebook, mass media, advertising, every politician
But
ever.
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, now before we push the button, remember that when we push the start it up button, the narrator said that there was like some sort of like genetic recognition thingy that would throw up a failsafe of nuclear warheads and whatnot if somebody with the wrong DNA pushed the on button. If they had that technology to put on the on button, why would it not be on the off button as well?
Let's find out.
Well, this doesn't sound like death.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Is it?
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
That's a very thin door.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This
Not doing
was exactly
anything.
the way.
Being
right
overtaken now.
that things were meant to happen,
It's called a cutscene.
and Stanley was happy.
Oh, we beat the game.
All right, we're done.
But there's so many... Whoa, this is different.
There's paper everywhere. What happened?
I don't think we beat the game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Why are there papers everywhere all of a sudden? Yeah, we can still jump on this desk. Say what? Can you push buttons? Like number buttons?
Maybe. Let's see, what is it? What was that code from earlier that unlocked the door?
I don't remember.
But
it was a 4-digit code, and that's 5 digits.
2485.
Stanley stood for a long time in one spot.
Nope.
It's part of a game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying. So far, he's doing excellent. And if he just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that good momentum. Let's observe the genius at work.
Okay. Let's observe the genius at work.
Wow, he's still not dying. Stanley is so good at not dying.
Like, the best.
I mean, he's so good that he can die and then come back like he didn't die. Oh, he's like the Highlander! He can only die if you take his head, and with it, his power. Now is the time of the gathering when immortals all over the world gather together in one location and sneeze into a microphone. Oh, you see how they're up against the side of the wall there? No, behind you. The papers against the wall. The papers against the wall. Behind you. Right there.
It's not behind me, that's in front of me.
Yeah, now that you're actually looking at it, but when you were looking the other way, it was behind you.
I was here, you were saying behind me. I'm like, here, there. You should have said forward, below the window.
You kept turning. But when you were looking the other way, it was behind you. That's what I said, behind you.
Yes, what about them up against the wall?
That's cool. Somebody actually had to model that into the game. That's a lot of work.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, everything's the same now. Yeah, meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yeah, I think it's all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the same.
Very well then.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered. Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation, until at last he discovered a keypad behind the boss's desk. But alas, no code. For this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Something's got to be different this time. We got papers.
Find out in a minute.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
And we still not come across the 8 button. I mean, there's an achievement for it. Unless
rose on an
that's the
enormous
number of
room packed with
restarts.
television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Totally go through there, but it won't let me.
Invisible wall mechanics.
It's not fair.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had
I
been
beat the game. I'm
manipulated
happy.
to accept it blindly?
But I mean, achievements.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I
But
mean,
here was the proof.
a lot of people do
The
that.
heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything in this room. I don't know, I mean, I still feel like there's some sort of puzzle in this room, but there's like no clues. I like W. I just H.
I like work, I just hate my boss.
Ah. Yep.
Yep. Alright, where do we go from here?
I guess we do what the narrator says again. And restart again.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
On, off.
Well, we know what on does.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Well, I kind of feel like this is a false ending.
Where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps...
Or maybe I was just the
only
kind of person who's
thing
not satisfied with
worth
happiness.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Again, that's a very thin door. Also, it's extremely black on the inside. Is this like a medieval village? With power lines? What is an office building doing in a medieval village with power lines?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Is it?
And Stanley was happy.
I don't know, I just feel like there's more. Well, no papers this time. I mean, we definitely know there's more achievements, but, it's kind of late. Alright. I am so tempted to, like, go online and look for solutions. I mean, we beat the game, according to the achievement. I still feel like this is a false ending.
There are a ton more endings.
So
All
yeah,
right.
I think after we close off the stream, I'm going to go online and do a little research on what we're missing.
So we technically beat the game. We did a lot of veering off the track. We even got the confusing ending. So yeah, I guess
we died so many times.
We died so many times. Oh my god, so many times. And the first time we played through this, I derailed the thing so many times it was no longer funny.
So, I mean, if I feel like there's enough content left unexplored that we've not touched on, we'll do another stream of Stanley Parable next week. If there's not, I'll just grab all the achievements off camera. And you don't just have to trust that we get them. Okay, I distracted myself there. If there's enough content left in the Stanley Parable that we've not touched on, expect another stream of this next week about the same time. But if not, and I suspect there's not, we'll be doing The Cursed Forest. It's a spooky game. I'll be at the controls of it because, well, it's my turn, basically. And because it's spooky, I can't guarantee that everything that we get will be YouTube safe, so I need to allow a buffer for editing, which means it has to be pre-recorded. So no live stream if we do the Cursed Forest. So
Murders,
yeah.
jump scares, and weird things.
Well, mostly it's more like boobs and wieners, because YouTube doesn't like boobs and wieners.
Yeah, that.
Violence in video games, that's perfectly fine. But boobs and wieners.
Yep, that's where they draw the line.
Anyway, that's where the schedule stands as of now. And remember, did this make you laugh? Did this make you smile? Did this brighten your day in any way, shape, or form? If it did, pass it on. Find someone you care about, make them laugh, make them smile, brighten their day, because it's the gift that keeps on giving. And with that, I will see you when I see you. Whoa, guys, before you leave, thank you for watching. I forget to say that sometimes. You don't have to watch, but you do, so thank you. Also, did you know I have a Patreon? I do. Video games aren't free. Sucks, right? So I need to find access to a private Discord channel, and if more people sign up, I'll start letting patrons vote on what games I play. Minimum pledge is $1, and thank you to the people who have already signed up. It really does help. And if you're not in a financial position to help support through Patreon, then don't. Take care of yourself first. But do consider subscribing if you haven't already. If the channel does well enough, I can start earning revenue off those ads that YouTube is forcing on all of us. Again, games aren't free. And once again, thank you, everybody.